Hello Commanders and welcome back. Been a little while. But I want to clear up all these side missions over here before we head into the actual episode, so let's go to DS9.
Captain's Log, 4th Reckoning, Chronicle 54. The Rescava is currently orbiting planet Draconis 3 as part of a joint research program with the Alliance. Our purpose? Restoration of the planet's biosphere after it was scourged of all life by the Zenkethi. With considerable effort, we have been able to establish a simulation of the draconian ecosphere prior to devastation. Scans of the planet from Station K-13 were very helpful, despite being several centuries old. Once the simulation has been fully tested, we will initiate the restoration process. Life will return to Draconis 3. I'm glad that protomatter will play a part in healing the grievous wound inflicted upon the planet by the Zenkethi. They have much to answer for.
Indeed.
Captain's Log, 4th Reckoning, Chronicle 62. We have arrived at the Mivik system with a delegation from planet Povin. Our orders are to restore the biosphere of Povin, and we're eager to begin, but there are some obstacles to deal with. The Povini Council is unable to reach a decision on the restoration of their homeworld. Some wish to establish the world as it was in their golden age, while others wish to restore Povin to the state it was in before the Zenkethi attack. Flaws and all. Debates on the matter have often become heated. I've had to break up 2 duels between Povini Council members thus far. I don't recommend the experience. A diplomatic envoy from Beta Z shall arrive soon to assist us. She has considerable skill in such matters and was eager to make the journey despite her advanced age.
Wonder who that could be.
Captain's Log, 4th Reckoning, Chronicle 77. The Rescava has arrived in the Jodkor system a few hours ahead of schedule. While we wait for the rest of the Alliance research team, we shall begin preliminary scans and studies of the moon we're here to restore. Our data suggests that the moon was the same class as Crufano, the planet it orbits, Class M. While it's not unheard of, it certainly is rare in our experience. We shall endeavor to restore the moon to its former state, and make it a place worth discovering when the people of Crufano take their first steps towards the stars. When they do, I hope the Lucari and the Alliance are waiting to greet them warmly. Captain's Log, 4th Reckoning, Chronicle 88. We are currently in orbit over the planet Kantar. I'm trying to determine how I shall inform my crew that we will not be restoring the ecosphere of the planet our people once called home. The decision arrived earlier in a secure transmission, very formal. After considerable debate, it was placed to a planet-wide vote. The final results were 73% against and 27% in favor. The motion to restore Kentar's ecosystem has failed. Some wounds, as the humans say, never heal. Too many Lucari do not consider Kentar to be their home. They see it as a reminder of a time we lost our way as a people. A time they never wish to see again. Kentar is a cautionary tale. Many in the crew will be disappointed, myself among them. Perhaps someday we will have the chance to undo the damage here. But not this day.
Oh, wrong one.
After Action Report, November 28th, 2154, Commander Narrator reporting. Today is a Terran holiday called Thanksgiving, and after today's events, I'm inclined to start celebrating it. Large, flightless bird and all. It started when the Nakul extracted Dr. Eric Sung from prison. It seems they wanted him to devise augmentations for them. One of our agents tried to recover Sung, but wound up getting captured. I led a strike team to a compound where the Nakul were holding Sung and our agent. One of them tried to shoot Sung during the engagement. I took the hit for him. Thankfully, my shield was up to the challenge. Ending the Sung line would have been disastrous. Starfleet would have lost its first android officer. I believe stopping that is something to be thankful for.
I agree.
After Action Report, Stardate 9528.1, Commander Narrator reporting. There are days where the duties of my chosen profession are almost too much to bear. My assignment took me to the 23rd century and my homeworld, Cardassia Prime. Posing as an agent of the Obsidian Order was repugnant, but it provided access to the resources I needed to succeed. A group of Nakul, working with local revolutionaries, was planning to detonate a photon bomb in a marketplace. I exposed their operation to the Order. Their response was predictably swift and final. Had the Nakul succeeded, they would have started a chain of events leading to the founding of a Cardassian democracy in 2313. They would have also claimed the life of a 5-year-old boy named Prokal Dukat. I have ensured the birth of Prokal's infamous son and preserved the timeline. I have done my duty, but take no pride in doing so. After Action Report Stardate 55781.09, Commander Narrator reporting. If I never see Polaris 3 again, I shall die a happy woman. Duty took me to that miserable sandpit today. Nakul, posing as Remans, had come to recover the buried pieces of a Sung-type android, designation B4. We intercepted the Nakul and secured all of the android's components. They planned on programming B4 to cause a warp core breach on the Enterprise while it orbited Romulus. Thankfully, we stopped them. Unfortunately, we didn't stop them before they dug up the android components. As a result, my team and I had to bury them again so Picard and his people could find them. I may never get all the sand out of my combat armor. After Action Report Stardate 46853.5, Commander Narrator reporting. I've just enjoyed an interesting visit to Terok Nor, or rather Deep Space Nine. Our intel suggested that the Nakul were going to assassinate Sisko, and in a most unusual fashion, death by holosuite. I managed to gain access to the station's holosuite network, but I saw no signs of tampering or any scheduled appointments for Benjamin Sisko. Jake Sisko, on the other hand, was in a session. I hacked the suite and stopped a holographic baseball pitcher from throwing a 300-mile-an-hour fastball into Sisko the Younger's skull. I then tracked the assassin to a storage area. As I prepared to enter, the door opened, and the tailor Garrick walked out. He tapped his nose and smiled as he passed. Inside, I found the corpse of the lone Nakul agent. As I said, an interesting visit.
Very interesting.
Personal log, Admiral Lita. so little time. When I was merely a captain serving on occupied Bajor, I had no choice but to rely on seduction and misdirection. All my years working for the Terran Rebellion, and my Bajoran roots were still thrown in my face. Captain Lita, nothing more than a figurehead to placate the Bajorans. Resented by my crew and dismissed by the Admiralty. Then, the Orb of Possibilities was returned, and it showed me the way. Now, all possibilities are ahead of me. The orb showed me the Coast-Emojin. Maybe the prophets were trying to warn me. The Coast-Emojin showed me a hint of power. The Pa Wraiths burned away weakness, burned away age, burned away mortality. The future would be mine if I could just grasp it. Admiral, Fleet Admiral, perhaps more. Now, travelers have come from the future. Back in time to give us weapons to destroy the Iconians. Travelers who already know my plans and my fate. I don't trust them. But can I use them? Personal log, Admiral Lita. Our temporal visitors have given us quite a few gifts. At first, my engineers were pessimistic about understanding future technology. A few trips to the Agony booth have cured them of their misgivings. Our benefactors have come from our far future to ensure that their world comes to pass. For that to happen, we must defeat the Iconians, and our descendants have given us the weapons to do so. Of course, as Admiral in command of the fleet's flagship, I must insist on the first set of upgrades. Once the Enterprise has the power to dominate the fleet, I can give new weapons to my subordinates, but only to those who prove their loyalty. Personal log, Admiral Lita. The infighting in the fleet has been fierce. Many captains are rushing to declare their allegiance to me, and just as many are standing firm in their professions of loyalty to the Emperor. Of course, the fools who fight against me don't have access to my futuristic weapons. It will only be a short time now before my command is cemented. After that, I will take this war to the Iconians and eliminate them. Once the Iconians are destroyed, I can turn my attention to other matters. After all, Empress Hoshi gained her station with technology from the future. Or perhaps I can carve out a new empire of my own.
Interesting.
Personal log, Admiral Lita. I get the sense that our time-traveling visitors are not giving us the best of their technology. They won't give us weapons that are advanced enough to be a threat to them. I suppose it doesn't really matter. This technology is more than enough to guarantee that the fleet will remain under my control. We've finished installing temporal shielding. In addition to protecting us against a wider range of weapons, this will insulate us from changes in the timeline. When we go back to wipe out the Iconians, the shields will guarantee that we will remember everything after we return. Naturally, any captain I suspect of disloyalty is going to experience a slight variance in their shield harmonics. Wiped from the timeline. Oops! And nobody will ever remember their treachery.
Interesting. So, let's get right into the episodes.
House Mokai, a name thought lost to the past, no longer. Ja'ula has returned, and she brings disruption and chaos along with her. A most worrisome prospect, and for more than the Empire. It is said the best way to understand a Klingon is to face them in battle. I've had a simulation prepared to allow you to do so. I suspect you'll meet the real Ja'ula soon enough. I want you to be prepared when that happens.
Understood, Proconsul. Delta Volana station is just ahead. We're picking up some damage to the station on sensors. Looks like they've been in a firefight recently. Helm, take us in. Could be Klingons under cloak nearby.
Glad you were in the area. Some Klingons just appeared out of nowhere. They can do that now, right? Unbelievable. Anyway, the whole thing was terrifying and strange. I mean, they shot at us, did some structural damage, knocked some sensor pods out of alignment, and completely ruined my latest experiment. But that's it. They had us, and they just left.
How can we help here?
Our tractor beam is offline. Actually, it's a fried little puddle of sadness, but offline sounded better. If you can, could you use your ship's tractor beam to move our sensor pods back into position? I'm sending the coordinates over now. That'd really help us get back to our research here. I mean, these gaseous anomalies won't analyze themselves, am I right?
Right, we're on it, Doctor. Stand by.
Okay, sensor pod alpha, nice. Sensor pod beta is online again. Klingons are happening. A lot of Klingons. They're coming this way fast. Shields up, weapons hot. They're gonna attack again.
Red alert, all hands battle stations.
Starfleet Command, this is Delta Volana Station. We're under attack. Oh, okay, ship. We're in big trouble.
Incoming hails from Starbase 1, on screen.
This is Kensington. Sounds like the Klingons are making a push in that sector. We're sending some backup your way. Command's still analyzing these attacks, trying to figure out what the enemy is up to there. In the meantime, I need you to hold that system and protect the station. Stay sharp out there, and good hunting.
Thank you, Admiral.
This is the Glen. Heard you could use some help.
Yes, indeed, Glenn.
The target has arrived. All units, fire to disable.
Shield buckler. Using main power. We can use an assist here. There'll be time for formalities later. Right now, we've got a problem. Several, actually. The Klingons beamed multiple boarding parties over during the fight. We're a research vessel. Our security forces are getting overwhelmed. If you could send some people over to help, we'd be much obliged.
We're on our way, Captain. Ashley Merwin out. Captain Glenn needs our help fulfilling borders. Are you ready to beam over? Yes, I am.
Thanks for coming. The captain still has control of the ship. She's waiting for you on the bridge. Unfortunately, the Klingons have several boarding parties between you and the bridge, and they're not taking prisoners.
Understood. Stay safe.
You made it. Good. We have a lot of work to do here. The Klingons have done extensive damage, especially to our power systems. Mr. Strahl is doing what he can to get main power back online. Care to give him a hand?
Of course, Captain.
Like the captain said, main power's offline. We're sitting ducks without it, and the Klingons know it. Let's get to work before House Mokai turns us all into trophies. Or lunch.
What do you need me to do?
I'll do the heavy lifting. What I need you to do is to bring engineering control to a bridge console, divert the power flow, and enter the new power-up sequence I'm putting together. You got it?
Yes, let's get to work.
Engineering control is transferred. Go to the next console to divert the power flow. Power flow is diverted. Input the new power-up sequence next. Nice work. Main power is back online. Nice work. We're not out of the woods yet, though. Our next stop's the engineering lab. I need to get our shields back online and secure some classified data down there. Believe me, we don't want the Klingons getting their hands on it.
Right, let's get to the engineering lab.
Not sure how she pulled it off, but that Klingon put a security field up between us.
Ju'ula, she's full of surprises.
Ju'ula? The Ju'ula? This day just keeps getting worse. Look, I need to drop that security field. She's trying to steal that data I told you about on the bridge. We can't let that happen. Watch my back in case any more Klingons pay us a visit.
Work fast, Strahl.
Most impressive, Starfleet. This tech will win the war! This will bring supremacy to my house. And the Empire.
Wait, what? She blocked access! I can't bring down the security field! Damn, she's good. Locked me completely out of the security system. I can't get the field down. Fine, she's not the only clever one in the room. Watch my back. I've got an idea. Just need a little more time.
You'll have it.
Wait, she's dropping the field? Look out! Here she comes! Shield's online. They can't beam out now. Looks like the Klingons aren't fond of our house guest. Shame, really. It's nice once you get to know it.
Strahl, what's our status here?
Well, I have good news and bad news.
Start with the good news, please.
The good news is I managed to corrupt a number of critical data files before she stole them. There's only 2 people in the galaxy who can figure out that mess now, and neither of them are Klingons.
And the bad news?
The bad news, well, there's plenty of uncorrupted data in there that the Klingons shouldn't have. It was classified for very important reasons. We need to stop her. Of course, if half of what they say about Jeula is true.
It is.
Great. Takuvma's sister, one of the deadliest members of House Mokai. Here. Wonderful. Okay. They must be headed to the shuttle bay. I brought the shields back online so they can't beam out. If they're gonna leave, they're gonna have to get creative. Let's head down there before Jeula gets any more bright ideas.
What the hell was that thing?
That? You should probably make... Looks like the Great. That? You should probably make peace with the words, "it's classified," when it comes to what you just saw. Seriously, don't worry about it. Believe me, we have bigger problems here, starting with Jeula. We need to stop her.
Understood, but this ain't over. Why are you guys here running so close to me? What are you, blind?
Do you hear that? Engineering! Emergency transport of the specimen to containment!
That look on my face. Like, what the hell is that?
You okay? Come on, let's go! We're almost there. We really need to stop Je'ula.
After that, we're going to have a conversation about that creature, Doctor.
Oh, that'll be exciting. Let me add that to my calendar. Right after we stop the insane Klingon with our top secret data. Less monster, more Klingon, okay? Now let's go. We're almost to the shuttle bay. Keep moving. She stole one of our shuttles. She bypassed deck security, got emergency evacuation clearance, and hotwired one of our shuttles. Unbelievable. If she wasn't trying to kill all of us, I'd be impressed.
Options?
Well, that's a short-range craft. There must be a Klingon ship out there waiting for her. We might get out of this yet. Now head back to your ship. See if you can find where she went. We'll do the same here.
Understood.
Heads up. Klingon reinforcements are warping in. Protect yourself and the station. But we really need to find out where that shuttle carrying the stolen data went. There's a good chance it's on a cloaked ship nearby.
What exactly is that data?
Hate to play the "that's classified" card here, but you know the drill. Sorry. Take it up with Admiral Kensington if we make it through this. For now, let's focus on those Klingons out there trying to kill us, okay?
Right, tactical, go to red alert.
Get ready to be happy. I think I know how to find where Je'ula went.
Explain, quickly.
If the shuttle's in range, I can hack into its command matrix and send a self-destruct command. That'll make a big enough boom to reveal the location of the ship she landed on, cloaked or not.
Brilliant, what's the catch?
Yeah, about that. If the shuttle's in a ship, it'll be tough to get a signal through the shields, the jamming, and the cloak. Tough, but not impossible. Get me close enough, I'll make it happen. We just need to start sifting through this big haystack for one angry little needle. Leave that to us. You protect the station.
Understood, good hunting.
Stroll's plan worked, but Ja'ula's ship was able to go to warp before we could disable it.
So I noticed.
There's still hope. The explosion did a lot of internal damage to that ship. She's leaving a trail we can follow. So, we're going to pursue Ja'ula and clean up our mess. Thanks for all your help here today. If we pull this off, it could make a big difference in the war effort. For all of us.
Good luck, Captain. RRW Purple Latex Bra out.
Fascinating. As dangerous as Ja'ula was in her time, I suspect she will be even more so in ours. House Mokai was eliminated in 2389 after a century-long blood feud. When Ja'ula learns of this, her vengeance will be swift and terrible. It is likely that she will find allies within the Empire willing to aid her in order to settle grudges of their own. Unchecked, Ja'ula's wrath could lead to a Klingon civil war. We are working with our allies to find Ja'ula and stop her before things get out of hand. I'll be in touch when we know more.
Congratulations, Admiral.
House Mokai, a name thought lost to the past. No longer. Ja'ula has returned, and she brings disruption and chaos along with her. A most worrisome prospect, and for more than the Empire. It is said the best way to understand a Klingon is to face them in battle. I've had a simulation prepared to allow you to do so. I suspect you'll meet the real Ja'ula soon enough. I want you to be prepared when that happens.
glad you could make it. There's a little time and plenty to do. I trust you see the enemy vessels near your position?
Yes, we have them on sensors.
Deal with them. I need you conducting rescue operations as soon as possible, and the Klingons won't let you do that without a fight.
Understood, Admiral.
All right, that area's secure, for now. Let's make the most of the time we have. I need you to beam out any survivors on board the damaged Starfleet ships in your vicinity. Make it fast. The Klingons will send more ships, and soon.
Agreed.
One more thing. The Klingons aren't above ambush tactics, using their blasted cloaking device to get the jump on you. Some of them might be lurking around, waiting for the chance to strike.
Understood.
The Churchill has been evacuated. Thanks.
Cardiff evac complete. All hands are safely away. Macedonia reporting. Evac is complete. We owe you one.
Nice work. Glad those Klingon cowards didn't get the better of you.
Thank you, Admiral.
I hate to ask this, but I have standing orders from Starfleet Command. I need you to scuttle those ships.
Admiral?
The Klingons have been scavenging everything they can to get their hands from wrecked Starfleet vessels. In the event we fail in our mission here, Command doesn't want the Klingons getting away with any critical resources. You have your orders.
Understood.
Hard thing to watch, but it had to be done.
Agreed. What's next, Admiral?
We need some critical supplies here. My chief engineer's sending you a list as we speak. Beam those supplies over with the personnel you rescued. After that, I need you on high alert, patrolling the area. The Klingons don't give up that easily. They'll be back.
Understood. We're on our way, Admiral.
Surely you didn't think we'd let you seize all the glory here.
Not at all, Captain. Good to see you.
And you. My chief engineer isn't too happy right now, but we made it in one piece.
We came as soon as we could. Wish it were under better circumstances. Ticonderoga's ready for battle. We've got your back.
You're doing good work out there. The personnel and supplies you've sent might make the difference here today. That said, I have bad news. Our long-range sensors are picking up a Klingon force heading our way at high warp. They'll be here soon. Get ready for a fight.
Yes, Admiral.
Remember the lessons we learned in battle, especially at Corvan 2. They'll be preoccupied with conquering the base. We can use that distraction to our advantage.
Agreed.
We know how they fight. Don't expect mercy. It won't be coming from Klingons. Hit them fast and hit them hard. And captains, it's been an honor. Good fortune to you all.
And to you, Captain.
Klingon attack!
We're reading more Klingon ships on our sensors. A lot more. This is it. They're making their big push. Our initial predictions are not good. I've given the order to evacuate critical personnel and the injured. We're loading as many as we can load onto the ships docked here. They're too damaged to fight, but they're all warp capable.
Understood.
I need you to draw attention from those ships when they disembark. Buy them the time they need to get to warp and to safe harbor.
They'll have it, Admiral. Pleasure, Admiral.
Heads up. Looks like the Klingon flagship just dropped out of warp.
It's the Lucara.
Sounds like you have some history with that ship. What can you tell us about... Wait. Are you reading this? We're picking up some unusual energy spikes. Some new Klingon weapon, perhaps? I don't like this. Take the Lucara out of commission before it gets into weapons range.
Understood.
I see you still draw breath, Starfleet. This pleases me. I'm going to enjoy breaking you.
It'll help
Hecho! Dai, Twitchy Pitch!
Shields go down. All hands, repel walkers. I repeat, all hands.
Hecho pausa! Der Kech! Noch im Bathroom! What?
Fascinating.